like extreme caffeine, in my opinion. But we're forgetting where we came from in our root, which is balls.
Okay.
Well, yeah, balls is
caffeinated
root beer.
Welcome to
balls.
Templeflight.
BAWLS. It's caffeinated root beer.
My name's Philip. I'm the publisher.
Oh, you deliberately led me there. No, there's no world. Even if I'd known what that was, there's no way I would have associated that immediately.
Yeah, that's
It's not root beer. The one
is upset about beverages or something. I don't know.
It is. It's caffeinated root beer. It also has like guarina and it has a bunch of the others like uppers in it.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one in the blue bottle.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, that tastes like fruit roll-ups, though.
Yeah, it's because they've added a bunch of other stuff to it, but it's basically root beer.
Root beer. Are you
Doesn't
kidding
taste
me?
like testicles.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I never want to get involved in these conversations.
I drink it constantly.
So I won't. I hope everyone out there is having a great night.
But like, yeah, the problem with most like them adding coffee into things is that most of the time it's not about it like tasting good or tasting like coffee. It's about just adding a bunch of caffeine to something. That's why most of them are deeply unpleasant.
No, so there is a Balls root beer. The Balls original is not a root beer drink. I drank it like water. That's what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, probably.
Okay.
BALS.
BAWLS. Bowels.
Balls.
I mean, so
anyway.
Cool times. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is our anniversary week. This is like a year since we started this channel. And though there was a hiatus of this game while we played some other nonsense, this is kind of like, it's basically a year since TOPFLIGHT started. So pretty fun stuff.
Even though we took that time off, this is still the 32nd session of this game.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be, strictly speaking, I think our the official 1 year anniversary of our first stream. But yeah, this is the week of it. And since then we've had, over 100 sessions of the numerous games that we run, because I have problems not staying busy. I have problems just taking time. That's a little thing about me. I also don't like olives. I think I'm wrong about that. I think olives are probably good. I just don't like them.
They are.
Something I just tasted. They just taste salty and bitter. Like I don't get any nuance that ruin anything they're in for me. But there's other things that I don't like that I think I'm right about. But olives is one where I'm like, no, you're wrong about this. I wish I enjoyed them. I tried to get into olives for a while. It's just I could tell it wasn't going anywhere. Enough about olives. Let's talk about what's going on in this game tonight. The heroes of TOPFLIGHT, those present, still do not remember who they are. Instead, they are in a sort of collective fantasy of their own making as they have entered the astral plane, trying to prevent Tatiana Temple from stealing the power eldritch in the past and changing the timeline irrevocably. Or, let's face it, it's pretty revocable. These guys are trying to revoke it. Point being, Armament is now once again aware of the truth, but in so doing, blames Findon, here known as Grant the Draconic, for all of the trouble that has befallen TOPFLIGHT since long before they ever entered the world of darkness. In addition, Nightheart, in her form as the pulsing ghost of Hooketh Hill, is also aware of what's going on, and our group has allowed a small devil, calling himself a helpful person, who seems is known to Armament to be Synth Devil, and is believed by Armament to be the Synth Devil of the past, and not the current Synth Devil disguising himself. I'm just gonna say that out loud. Armament is pretty sure that's the past Synth Devil who, when he was Helpful Devil, who might just be a good guy. And not...
On a scale of 1 to 20 plus his modifier, how sure was he?
Well, we're rolling, we're doing fate rolls right now, so it would be one of these rolls.
But okay, how many pluses or minuses?
Well, let's look up. I get what you're saying. Let's do a Yeah, let's do a quick insight. I think that's a skill he gave to No Pause. He did give insight. Insight is a fair, so I'm just gonna roll something.
Oh no. Oh good. Okay. Well.
He can't be the one from now. Couldn't be a possibility. So there's no choice but to trust the guy. Cool. Tight. It might be the old one. I'm just saying that.
I think
interestingly,
it'd be really funny if we all get into this dream world, and we all come back into our regular bodies with brand new daddy issues we didn't have before.
They're all directed
armament, just
at
like
armament. Yeah.
Ruined things. Yeah.
Oh
well. What is done for then? She's going to implode.
Well, I mean, maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be better because this father was present and helpful. It seems like.
Ooh.
She's gonna implode on herself like a daddy star.
So then it almost negates it. Yeah.
It's like a therapy instead.
You're balancing out her dad.
Therapy. You lose the only good father figure you've ever had.
Oh boy.
Now, you guys, do I model my characters after me?
No, not at all. Doesn't seem like it in the slightest case at all. I've never met someone with daddy issues. Anyway, let's so that I guess is as good a recap as I can do for what's going on. My God in holy heaven. Yes, but so more immediately, our group have made sort of the decision to they've gone on a quest, and Armin's kind of guided them on these things, but basically they have made it to Castle Pogia, the place that the power eldritch seemingly is stored. Tatiana Temple, according to a top folk who was in the area, has beaten them there. And they also saw a misty figure who they don't think is No Pause's fictional wife, who had some odd role in all of the mythology of this place. So the group is preparing to enter this castle where Tatiana Temple may be perilously close to finding the Power Eldritch, except none of the players here are aware of this. Grant, Chaa, sometimes Saint Dread, and Wanda Bunnyfeet just think they're here on an adventure, and for some reason they might have to fight, which is very confusing. And and No Pause has started being really mean to Grant, kind of out of nowhere. It's weird. That is all they sort of understand, but they have sort of gained some new followers here. And Candy Mane is with you guys as well. Also, should mention that. So wait a second. So I have 4 players, and how many NPCs am I running right now? Well, we got Candy Mane. We got the Oldling. We've got...
You can lose that one. You can go ahead and just kill that one.
I don't know. He doesn't speak slowly. He just speaks disturbingly.
Oh,
that is also slow. I need you to understand that. Like, it's not... it's not an exclusive thing. It can be both, which it is.
He can talk faster if you'd like. You are right to suggest he does. He doesn't have much time left. He can speed things up.
Yep.
I mean, he hasn't had much time left for centuries, but they are ticking away.
So anyway, you have the Oldling, you have the Pulsing Ghost of Hooketh Hill, you have Jill, the Stranger, who is sort of devilish in appearance. You have No Pause. So that's 4. It's only and Candy Mane, so 5. So I NPCs outnumber players. Beautiful. Perfect. Love it. So with that, you are on the cusp of entering Castle Pogia. No Pause has requested that the top folk go off and gather some forces to sort of come to the aid of a battle that may be impending. And as you look at this ruined castle ahead of you, I give you now a choice of your prologue for the day. We may, if we tie amongst you, we will go to chat. Your options are: option 1, shall our prologue take place in Top Town? Option 2, shall our prologue take place within the walls of Castle Pogia. Hint.
Oh.
KJ, you don't want the top town one.
Because...
I'm
Castle
just saying
Pogia.
you don't.
Yeah. There may be a character there.
It's just a joke you won't appreciate. Maybe. And Shaw's voting for 1. All right.
Wait.
With the castle.
You vote the castle. We have 2 for the castle. 1 for the top town.
I guess the castle, since I guess I don't want the town.
Then we don't have a little hint of RJ. Understood. Understood.
RJ.
Rocky Jumper.
Oh, sweet God. Oh, okay. I was like, who the fuck is RJ?
You just never think they're funny and everyone else likes them, but I just wanted to let you know you wouldn't want it. Because I'm trying to be nice sometimes.
I thought it was going to be about...
I thought it was going to be about the interior man.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's why I was like...
Such a good idea.
Oh,
the interior man in the astral plane would be so upsetting.
Yes.
Because there's not teeth he can do anything to here, so instead... Okay, anyway, he'll do it to your brain teeth.
Yes.
Have you... I know you haven't, but... That... If brain teeth sounds intriguing, you should probably play Psychonauts too. I just...
Apropos of nothing, I'm just delaying this prologue as long as possible. So Pierce, no natural 13s were rolled as far as I know last night amongst the other dragons. But because Book and Dagger had a brilliant idea on Friday, which was because it was April Fool's, can 1s count in Lauren's solo session of Blood from a Stone? So we... And this actually, she even got rid of 1 because she went out alone in a nightgown into the rain, which I always turn it back because that's a horror movie. But we're back in Merkshire there. We got there on Friday. I think we started like here. That was on that's 2% chances. It was shocking.
I rolled a 13 too, and I was using like different.
I think you rolled. I think
think
we added 5 total. You rolled. You rolled 2 13s and 4 1s, and we knocked it back because you did 1. Anyway, that's just some Blood from a Stone stuff for everybody. Point being, we have chosen Castle Pogia. Which means you guys will get a bit of a hint of what is to come. Within the ruins of Castle Pogia, a strange siren-like creature stalks through the darkness. Yeah, that's right. It was over here already. Take that, everybody. My mistress, she says. There is something here. There is something here. Something that is going to annihilate you. A sudden punch as this siren-like creature goes flying, and a burly wooden form emerges from the darkness, preparing to fight. Tatiana Temple goes, "Oh my, now that's a man. Prepare to be destroyed unless you get out of my way. I must complete my mission." I think I might have an even better mission for you, darling. You cannot stop me. I will have a mission and I will complete it because I have been sent by the North Pole itself. It's a nutcracker thing, it's all. Point being, he's serious about it. He's got big like whiskers. Tatiana Temple says, "No, darling, you're in the realm of the mind. Whether or not you have enough mind to admit it. In a place like this, I am supreme, and I think I could use your help in what comes next. You can use my fist in your face! As he goes to strike her, Tatiana Temple strokes the infernal runed amulet she wears, and he freezes. On second thought, perhaps, yes, I will join your team, and we will stand up against the heroes. That's exactly what I thought, darling. And I would imagine they'll be along soon, so if we're ready, let's stamp out whatever this is and get back to the important work ahead. And with that, an alliance of villains on the inside of the castle stands ready. I'm so glad that you guys saw the origin of that scene, because it's always so important in superhero movies when you see the supervillains team up. Like in Spider-Man 3, not the new one, the Raimi one, the best one, you know, the one with Venom and Sandman, the good one. When Venom and Sandman team up, it takes about as long as what I just did there. It was that detail. Literally what I just did is how much it took for those two characters to decide they were on the same side in 2007 Spider-Man 3. I say this, and yet I genuinely do enjoy a lot about that movie. Really like the emo dancing. I don't know why people hate it so much. Anyway, let's play Templeflight. KJ, got something to say?
Did I miss something in that? Did Whisper betray us? Or...
Whisper doesn't know who she is.
Okay, so she gets to keep the glasses, I guess, in the... There's an element to, she's like a siren, so she uses her voice, but now she has glasses on because it's still her. You know? It's like a little grace note. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I thought she had gotten her memory back, and that's what. Okay.
Doesn't have her memory. It's just silly. Listen, here's what you're up against: a siren with glasses, a nutcracker with a mission, and a Tatiana Temple. But there's 9 of you, and 3 of them should be fine.
In theory.
Basically 8 though, because the oldling. What's he gonna do?
No, in combat he'll just breathe on them.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
Fair.
taking in the oldling into account here, and the fact that we need to summon an army. Do we think we have enough, like, people together? Should we go find more people to bring with us into the castle?
Grant, stop it. No, we have to go now. We're running out of time. Just stop talking. That was no pause. That was armament. Just stop it. No, we have to go now. Are we ready?
No, but yes.
I
will go.
Wanda, you're gonna be okay. Just follow your instincts. You'll know what the right thing to do is in there. Okay. Saint, when we get in there,
I'm always ready to vanquish
Yeah,
evil.
you should go ahead and do like your just be as let me phrase it to you like this, Saint. The people in there are really, really bad. Okay. So just treat them accordingly.
I had assumed that going in. Yes.
Perfect. Chaa, just, I don't know, try to be here on time. He kind of just, nods to Jill and the pulsing ghost. But I mean, is there anything Grant, we're not waiting for other people. Is there anything else we want to do before we go in, though? Anything else you guys need to do?
Nope.
I think I'm good.
All right. Well then, I guess it's time. He kind of gives like the pulsing ghost a look.
Saint will whisper to Grand, "What did you do to upset Dad that badly?"
I don't even know. Like,
lying about it will make it worse.
All I was doing was I was trying to tell Wanda how to be safe in a fight, and he came over and started yelling at me.
I'm sorry you got in trouble because of me.
It's not because of you, Wanda. I don't think it's because of you.
Do you want candy to make you feel better?
Can I have some?
Yeah.
Of course. I gave you 1 fee, but I'll give you more.
All right. So, as the 4 kids, actually, I know exactly what's about to happen here. That's funny, because you're the 4 kids. Okay. So... and everybody make sure that you reset your fate points to your refresh rate before we get in.
Okay.
The ruins of this castle are just ahead of you. There's an eerie stillness on the land. No pause, your father figure seems extremely antsy. He seems like as if he knows something he's choosing not to share with all of you about the direness of the situation as he confers with Jill and the pulsing ghost. The oldling just kind of snores softly.
Betty Grable.
Meanwhile, Candy Mane is just staring sugar-coated daggers at the back of the pulsing ghost while kind of nuzzling against V. Because she knows what it really means to be a friend.
How is everyone feeling about this?
Still very anxious, but I'm really enjoying this candy.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
It'll be alright, Wanda. Just, you're small and you're quick. So just stay out of the way.
Okay.
We'll try to protect you as much as we can.
Oh, well, don't like hurt yourself or anything on my account. I'll do my best to do what I can do.
That'll be good. All of us will definitely try our best.
Saint, like I know No Pause just said like everything in there's very evil, and I know you're very keen to get rid of everything very evil. But like the top folk people were talking about not killing anyone, and I questioned that, and it seemed to be a whole big issue. So, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I just
The top folk are just the people in the town we left? Just to be...
The top folk are the people who are... Oh! Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think you were here last week. The top folk are people who are spinning tops. They're top folk.
Oh.
This explains why you didn't see the thing coming where I said you'll be in Top Town, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
There's a group here. They're called Top Folk. They always rush in to help. They do guarding, but they got very upset when people
Are
talked
they
about...
basically just like Beyblades when they're guarding?
They kind of are basically like Beyblades. But they made a big deal about how you don't... they were like, but you shouldn't ever kill people. That's a big rule among top folk. You never kill in top folk. You always find another way. And when Grant was like, well, maybe there's a circumstance, they're like, nope, there isn't. You have to be better. And et cetera, et cetera.
So that's the rule among the top folk. But I'm not a top folk.
Right now, you're not a top folk. You know.
Right now? I wasn't...
Well,
was I a top before?
you were a top flight before.
But...
You're
okay,
not
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these top folk.
No, you're not a top folk. You're not a...
Yeah. And besides, I believe, yes, I have a strict moral code, one that can be simply and consistently applied across all situations.
Correct.
When presented with moral gray areas or things outside my worldview, I find it hard to adjust my moral code accordingly. So I don't care what the top folk said. I'm going to kill evil and stomp on its stupid face.
What if there is something, and I'm just like popping uncomfortably close to everyone. What if there is something worse than dying?
That is something that only the evil people have to worry about.
What are you thinking, Wanda?
Well, I don't know.
Like, is that something you're worried about, or is that something you want to do to someone?
Well, it depends on how really bad these people are, and they sound really, really bad. So I'm just thinking maybe there's something worse than death that we can do, but we'd have to keep them alive to make sure whatever's worse than death happens to them.
I think I understand, Wanda. You're implying that we should be torturing and humiliating these people before we ultimately end them to make the existence.
Wouldn't that be an
much
evil
worse.
thing to do?
Maybe we
No,
can
not
hold
if it's
on
in the
to
name
them.
of good and punishing evil.
Maybe
Wouldn't a good thing to be to just end them quickly and dispatch the evil from the world?
Grant,
If that's the level of dignity they deserve, then that's the level of dignity they will get.
maybe we can hold on to them to see if we should torture them or if we should murder them, kill them.
Are you implying some type of like
I appreciate that you're
Inquisition committee to decide the guilt level of each thing, of each potential murder?
Well, if that's the case, then it would be the same situation for killing them too.
I think maybe it's just. I appreciate that you don't want to make a decision before we walk in, about what to do.
Oh, well, I think we should hold on to them just considering what everybody has said, and I don't particularly want to kill anyone.
Oh, Wanda, you will not have to. I will do a majority of the killing.
Okay.
You can stay away from all the killing.
At this point, No Pause turns back to you and says, "We're going in. Are you ready?"
Okay.
Come on. And he kind of just turns back and looks at all of you, even Grant. Just while we're in there, just keep your mind open. You might see things that you recognize. Go to that feeling, all right? You might, I don't know, things might ring a bell. That's all. Okay. He kind of nods, holds his walking stick. Like, you see him, like, shift his hand as if he's expecting, like, something to happen, and it doesn't. He goes, just grips his
I just want to say,
stick.
based on what Dad just said, Saint firmly believes that now, because she's already been told she's a chosen one, she believes that she's a repeatedly chosen one, and in a past life she failed the mission to do whatever it was in here. So Saint's fully determined to destroy Face in here now.
Understood.
And not fail like last time.
Sounds like a plan.
Chaa will try to find a bell.
We'll try to find a bell?
Because he's like, see if it rings a bell. So she's like, there's a bell in here.
The idea that the world is on the line and you're still just trying to fucking
That's
do
just like,
puns.
that's the most Teleportia thing is just...
I can't.
Like, in the
Right,
midst of a
find
fight
a
on her
bell.
turn, and Teleportia's like, do I see a bell? Is this a bell? No.
I like that, like, in the real world, there must be times where Teleportia, like, because she's so fast and, like, moving all over the place, she'll just send us a fucking text in the middle of a joke she thought of or a pun she can see
Yeah.
and expect us to look at it in the middle of the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got really bad timing.
More like a man pole cover.
Oh, I love this. I love it so much. It's going to happen.
I'm scared.
Cool. So,
If we're heading in,
yeah, you guys are beginning to walk towards the
I will be like the sulky teenager, and I will be like Paul Rudd in Wet Hot American Summer, and I'm just like at the end, I'm just like, and I'll just sort of like stoop my shoulders and like march at the end of the line.
Grant, hold on, pick up. You haven't cleaned up your stuff from over there. You got to throw that in the trash before we go in. Pick it up. Throw it in the trash hole.
Trash hole.
We dug a trash hole. Actually get it in there.
Oh my.
Yes, fine, thank you. This shtick brought to you by David Wayne, Ken Marino. Okay, anyway, If you've ever seen Wet Hot American Summer, you should probably watch it, because literally the scene that Pierce is referencing is one of the greatest things.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
In the long storied
First
career
one or
of
the
Paul.
second one?
It just the movie, like the original movie
okay.
from the Just one of in the long storied career of Paul Rudd doing amazing things, that is one of the best things Paul Rudd ever did. Anyway, cool, tight. As Grant bringing up the rear sulkily as you guys march your way into the castle. You enter the ruins, passing under what remains of the archway that led into the grand courtyard of Castle Pogia. Within, things seem haunted, still, eerie. There are strange blast marks on what remains of the cracked stone around the walls here, and the earth seems completely devoid of life, covered in detritus and other destruction, as if nothing has ever grown here since something happened long ago.
Anyone say anything?
Can I do a vibe check?
You can make a vibe check if anyone would like to make a perception check. And pause for perception checks. But yes, go ahead, make a vibe check. That's on brand.
I don't want to change anything, Philip, but I do like that I felt the need to split perception into two separate abilities. I have eavesdrop and lookout, and I'm better at one than the other.
That's good, though, because those are the more specific an ability is, like, the better doing it is for you. So that is good. 5.
But I will do a lookout check.
The vibe of this place is bad. This is a place where great suffering happened, and Wanda, I'm going to tell you that even though you are young and don't understand things, you did have some strange experience with a wilding stone long ago. You have an innate sense that something about this place is wrong. Something about this place goes against the natural arcane order. I don't know how much you know of the religion that is taught in your place of Galaga, that sort of water priestess, but something
My lore is fair.
If your lore's fair, no roll required, then yes. Something about this place hasn't gone with the flow. The water, the great flow has not functioned right here, and you can tell that something is amiss. Lumen had a 2 on perception. Chaa, what did you have?
5 on perception.
5 on perception, and Grant had a 3. All right, so with that 5, Chaa, you also saw this earlier, you look up and you can see that flitting around kind of like one of like the windows up ahead in what remains of the castle proper is that same sort of misty, sort of strange figure that has weird dark spectacles on, as if like looking out and like as if preparing, but you do see someone is laying in wait.
I have Arcana as fair, and I know I can't cast any magic, but can I sense magic? Or is it just a knowledge of magic?
It's more going to be a knowledge of magic. I guess my question is, Wanda, are you sharing what you've heard? Chaa, are you sharing what you've seen with the group?
Yes.
Then in that case, hearing that, you could certainly make a check, Saint. The rest of you, Chaa kind of mentioned something's up there, and so, like, no pause, and the others are, like, worried. But what you got? 4? Yes, you think that you heard stories of Castle Pogia once holding a great power, and you can tell that something was detonated here. Some arcane bomb went off. Some tremendous power was released in a way that was harmful. And based on the fact that some evil person is trying to come here, you suspect they are trying to harness that power for evil. To that point, Saint Lumen, I would like for you... What skills do you have?
Palm strike, gun, block. Those are two different ones.
Understand.
Gun, block, motorcycle, medicine, orienteering, arcana, and truth is out there.
Truth is out there. Make a truth is out there roll.
Cool.
I forgot about truth is out there.
Ooh, okay. That is a 2. Truth is out there's only a +1.
Look, you're a hero. You know, you want to do what's right, but as much as you want to, a chosen one. But as much as you want to stop this bad guy from getting this power, you also probably think because you're a chosen one, you're clearly must be somehow connected to this power. And the best thing would clearly be for you to get this power and use it. Like that would explain everything. You know, probably would be the best call for everyone. Think of how many bad guys you could kill if you had whatever this power this person's after, you know, that kind of thing.
A 2 means fair. It's above average. And what you've just said to me with my meta knowledge makes me feel like you're trying to make me become the next Captain Eldridge.
I'm just more saying what a fair understanding of the situation might lead you to conclude.
Okay. All right.
Based on all your other aspects too. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
That. As you guys know,
I will tell them about the energy and the bomb and everything, but I am not going to say that it'd be good for me to have the power, not because I'm trying to hide it, because I have no idea how to even go about that. So.
I wonder if that's what's creating the monsters in this place. That energy.
Does anyone know why it feels so wrong?
Well, if you think it feels wrong, Wanda, maybe that is the case. So we have this odd energy, this bomb that went off, and now we have monsters in here. So I wonder if it's corrupting.
Maybe, but there's something more, isn't there? This isn't right.
No pause turns back. Yes, there is something more. Yeah, there is. You feel something else, right? You feel something amiss, right?
Yes.
Right.
Like it's not it doesn't line up with the rest of our world.
Right. Yes, it doesn't. But it feels and basically the pulsing ghost behind him is like, it's like, don't push it, she's distracted, there's something behind her. But Armament does kind of push it. He sort of, or an Opaz comes to you and he says, yeah, think about it, V. Who does this place remind you of? Think about how angry you are at him. Think about it. Remember, I need you to make another vibe roll. And he is going to roll a reality check trying to get you to remember.
Oh, they can do that? They can roll a reality check for us?
Another 5.
He can attempt in certain circumstances. A 5! Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Then he only needs a 6, and he has a +4.
Ooh.
The negative and the plus cancel out.
Oh no!
Leaving 1 positive, 2 positive.
Hey!
Which is a 6. And I will phrase it to you like this. You have a sense right now, V, of you still think you're Wanda, you still think this, maybe you're just imagining, it's like, maybe you're thinking like, oh, this is the friend that you must remind the pulsing ghost of. But it's interesting, this place really does begin to smell faintly to you of Sam Adams and whatever the most tolerable Axe body spray is.
God.
He's such a cool guy. He's so nice.
I had
V, are you there? V, are you there?
I don't know.
Does it feel like him? Does it feel like Dustin?
Like, does that ring a bell?
Yeah. With the 5 that you had on your vibe check and the 6 that he rolled because your vibe was so high, yeah.
Oh my god. He... What the hell is going on?
We're in a shared reality. We're in like a figment of
Why am I
imagination.
so small?
I don't know. I think this must be how you see yourself.
Wanda, Wanda,
I
maybe this journey was too big for you too young.
No,
Perhaps we should put you in nap time. I don't know.
Do you want candy again to make yourself feel better?
Candy would be great, and I'm just gonna
she won't put down for her nap if you're gonna keep giving her candy. I just
no, it's great. You know what?
She shouldn't be going to sleep right now. We need to be as alert as we need to be.
She's so confused already. I don't know. It might be more trouble to keep her awake and have her.
Guys, quiet.
Totally I'm sorry.
There's something wrong here. We just need to.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Grant.
Philip, given the conversation we had right a second ago about, I was saying that this might be like a corrupting energy, and I have these two people babbling nonsense to each other. Is this like an insight check, or would this be something else?
Nerdery.
Nerdery? Okay.
Yeah.
Nerdery. I thought you said murdery, and I was like, damn, he has that? We can have that?
That is so bad.
No.
2 blanks, 2 minuses, so that's a 2.
Do you want to spend a fate point and reroll that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Him rolling bad, honestly, should have
Exactly
just
the
been
same.
another point.
I'm going to spend another fate point
Oh
and grab
my
a different
goodness.
set of fate dice.
I'm not actually sure you can do that, but I'm going to allow it because that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The failure
burn them all on
of
a
the dice
single
roll should let him remember he's been done, honestly. The failure of it should be more in his favor.
Okay, so that would be a 7.
With a 7, you have a very clear sense that, or I'll phrase it like this. You definitely think it could be, you're definitely aware of the idea of like people could be like possessed by spirits or confused by spirits. But with your 7, this doesn't feel like that. You have succeeded so well that you're not coming to the wrong conclusion. Congratulations. Okay. With your, what is that? That's beyond superb, right? That's
epic.
That's
epic.
amazing.
With your, honestly, with your epic remembrance and the fact that you failed so much to do it, he wouldn't try to make you remember, though. He wouldn't.
No. It's gonna be real tricky for me.
you.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tricky for me.
Let me see what the friggin' ghost has. She's watching you. Oh no, better. Grant. You sort of, as your mind is racing and you're like, no, something about this seems right, but you just can't get it. Kind of at your side, very quietly. Kind of there's a warmth. And sort of looking up at you, this one of your new companions simply says,
I see something in your eye, Grant. Some memory. Follow it. What is it you're remembering? What is ringing a bell, as Nobaz put it?
Did he just do this?
Yeah, I just did that.
Flame quotes.
Oh. I remember that I hate when you end every sentence like that.
Yes.
That's something that I remember pretty deeply. But we just met. Maybe that's just... No, I mean, that's just something I've been feeling for like 2 straight days now.
He is going to use a skill, and I'm not going to tell you the name of it. He unfortunately rolls a -1 on that, which will not.
I don't
Or
like
he rolls,
having
it's a -1.
meta
okay, so it
knowledge.
goes up to a 4.
Because, well, does he know that we're in a dream world and we're not who we think we are?
We know that he knows that, yeah.
Yes,
so we don't know
the devil
that.
is aware of that, you don't know that.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he tries and says,
Basically everyone that is currently present doesn't know, and everyone that Philip is controlling knows.
Yeah, with the exception of Candyman and the Oldling, but yeah, but largely yes. Although now V is kind of remembering he's unable to help you, Grant. However, as you're all sort of having these revelations, and V sort of in this confusion, as you're like, right, okay, why am I a little kid? This is upsetting.
Wait, can I go up to... I'm trying to... Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go up to Molly?
Sure.
And now I can, like... Okay. This is all very strange to me, obviously. We were...
Please don't put your face inside of me.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Okay. We are kind of friends, right? Like, we had, like, an adventure together, didn't we? Not me. It was me, but it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I still do that? Can I...
Chaa, throw that candy out. It's making people delusional. I am tired of this.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
I don't know. I try, I guess.
Can I try?
Sure. What slots do you have left for your skills?
I have a great, I have a good, I have
You
a
have
bear,
a great?
I have a bunch, yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. Make your great a split.
Okay.
And then you are going to need a superb success on a split. So try to split.
So she will concentrate really hard and try to summon whatever she used to feel to the best of her ability. Nope. Yeah.
Do you want to
She
spend a
used to feel
fate point?
nothing.
Do you want to spend a fate point and re-roll?
I will spend a fate point. I'm just gonna keep it. It's a 3.
A 3. You try and you cannot.
I think I need to, like, remember more or something.
Cool.
These hooves are really freaking me out.
They're not real. You don't have hooves. Nothing here is real. I mean, it'll kill you, but it's not real. She kind of just like, she's like, but also, if you die, maybe you'll just stay a ghost and you can still...
Oh god, I don't want, like you, like people will walk through me. Like, I'm sorry about that, by the way. I don't mean to be sorry.
Why do you keep getting so close to me?
I'm sorry. It's weird. I'm getting used to it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, and I'll turn to the others and be like, I think that I feel brave enough to fight.
I don't know. That's a good idea.
Wanda, I don't think that is a good idea. You seem to be very confused.
I just this place made me remember a lot of things. It reminds me of a lot of stuff. Doesn't it for you at all? Anything?
Aren't you like 5? How much could it be reminding you of?
What am I? Molly, what am I on?
As you turn to Molly and talk to her. Oh yeah, that's a -1 other thing. Candymane can't take it anymore. She screams. She's not your friend. She's a sour apple. She's a atomic warhead sour candy pun. I don't have any ready. I'm not Liv. But as she sort of says this and kind of like and basically kind of Molly's like, what is happening? Like, cut it out. I'm going to cut perspective to a second. To a first person sort of heads up display where everything is frosty and red and white. As this is being viewed by someone in a perch. But as Candymane has made herself prominent. Target present. Original programming remembered. Will I be able to override? Hold on. He is able to override.
Wow.
Reverting to original programming. Eliminate and destroy aberrant elf.
And with that, Suddenly, this rocket of cold, frosty death is being fired out of the top of the castle in like a spiraling sidewinder motion. Yes, Grant, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just I was gonna start a conversation. Lumen, I think there's something we need to talk. And then I assume this is what they hit Candymane.
And now a thing is coming into Candymane. Candymane says, "Yikes!"
Blinks.
She's gonna blink for sure, but all of you will need to make some kind of a dodge roll. If you don't have dodge, you roll it flat. Otherwise, give yourself dodge. Sorry, Saint, what were you about to say?
So, that's what I get for missing a week. I'm so confused.
This is confusing to everyone. This is the Nutcracker.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out who'd be trying to kill the elf besides Santa.
That is who is trying to kill the elf.
Were you not here the week when the Nutcracker showed up? The Nutcracker was sent into the past?
Yeah.
Remember the Nutcracker who's the Terminator?
I legitimately did not make that connection. Oh my god.
All right.
So you're telling me Santa is a Terminator, and now
no,
you want...
I want to be very clear about this. Santa is not the Terminator. Very specifically, hold on. Which session was
Santa
it?
would be like Skynet then, because Santa sent the Terminator.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Miss Snowflake sent the Nutcracker.
Oh.
Miss
Oh,
Snowflake.
okay.
She works in the Lost Toys department. Miss Snowflake is another elf. And the elves who are on the watch list, she activated a Nutcracker. Now, this was actually not, sorry for this digression here, this was explicitly not above board. Santa was not consulted about this. She just did this along with Crispian, the gingerbread man, who she smacked and his his crumbs and frosting went flying, and she said, "Clean yourself up, you look terrible," because she's a really bad guy. But enough about her. The point is, she sent a Nutcracker into the past, Terminator style. The Nutcracker subsequently made it into the astral plane, retaining his memories, but then he was temporarily charmed by Tatiana Temple, but now he wants to kill Candymane and all of her allies. And he's coming for you all. Yes, V.
Question. So now that I kind of have V in my head, her instinct would be to like fly away to dodge it. Does it have to be a dodge or can it be a fly?
You don't have a great left?
No, I have a good.
You do not know how to well,
like if it was her instinct kicking in, that's
it's your instinct is sort of just to get away. Your instinct is to you're not you're not the same body.
Okay.
You're not the same. You don't have the same skills, clearly.
Yeah.
You weren't even able to split yourself, so there is this sense of
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you could put dodge a little lower. So the point is, if everyone could please roll a dodge, he will roll his attack against this.
I do have a question. So I got two pluses for the die, and the other two are blank. I don't have a dodge, and I can put a dodge into fair.
Okay.
But could Saint try and shoot this missile?
Oh, yeah! Hell yeah, Saint! You could try to do a missile-to-missile. Yeah, intercept, absolutely. You can make a guns roll for that. You are going to need...
Do I need to re-roll, or can I just use this too? Because I'm not...
No, that would be... Well, we're going to just say that was you, half-dodging while doing it. That's fine.
Okay.
But you're actually trying to do this first. So actually, yes, please. You do need a fantastic result on this. So that's a +6 overall.
Okay, so I just need 2 pluses and
you need 2 pluses.
I need exactly what I just rolled, is what you're telling me.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Tell you what. But I'll re-roll.
Well, I'll tell you what. Spend a fate point and you don't have to re-roll. I'll do it the reverse.
Okay.
You can either re-roll and try it, or you can spend a fate point.
I'll spend the fate point.
Okay, cool. So basically, he fires down this Sidewinder, and before any of you even have to dodge, before you even have to you're like, I can't fly, I have hooves, what am I doing, this is crazy. Saint just
Does the motorcycle come out now too, or have you already been on it?
Dad told me to get it ready, so yeah, it would already be out.
Do you quip anything as you shoot the missile down?
No.
Just, and the missile explodes, and basically it begins to snow on all of you. And you hear a voice up in the thing saying, Reanalyzing. New targets acquired. And with that, you see leaping out of the castle and landing in a 3-point position. This super yoked nutcracker, also with a giant gun. And he looks at you and says, "This time it's personal."
I'm gonna run towards him to punch him.
Perfect.
As is my way. But as to, I will say, we don't even know you, man.
I know, but I have to kill that one, and I have to have a punch fight with you, and I have to have a gun fight with this one.
Oh no.
Here we go.
All right, so Grant, you are running at him. Perfect. Go ahead, and you'll get to him first, I suppose, because you said you're running. We're gonna kind of do this in basically you guys as a team get to say what you want to do, and then he'll have a turn because he kind of came down here prepared, like, okay, it's go time. Let's do it. So, Grant is rushing to punch him. V, what are you going to do?
Can I? Sorry, I'm just confused about this. Can I? No, I can't.
So imagine that you're V, and you find yourself like take away the stuff. It's like you're V. You find yourself in a forest, and you're a fawn, and you're like, oh, weird. Okay, well, okay, gotta use these tools here. So you can. So I
can't try anything.
You can acquire new skills, like if you want V to be good at a fighting thing, but or if you want Wanda's body to have some fighting skills, or you want to ram with your horns or something, you can do that. But for you to try to bring in like the way that like Saint like got guns and stuff, that required her like permanently like lowering other stuff. It's like to do crazier things outside of it.
Two dice match.
She only has and now she has one left because she just spent one. There's a cost to bringing things in from outside of it. So if you want to gain a skill that is like more in keeping with this, you can also try to split again if you want to do that.
My motorcycle was very expensive.
Yeah. But I'm actually not having you guys roll yet. I'm just asking everyone what they're going to do, and then we'll have the rolls in the kind of right order. So Grant's going to punch. You're going to try to split again. Chaa, what are you going to do?
Look for a bell.
Probably gonna
Look for a bell. Try to find a bell.
I mean, I'm going to probably like try to throw something at him because I want to be as far away as him.
Understood. So you'll try to throw something. You can go a little bit of your flying. You'll pick something up and throw it. Okay. Do you have a throwing skill already?
No, but
okay. So go ahead and select something to be your throw skill as it's flat, and then Saint, what are you going to do?
What is Wanda doing?
You see Wanda like attempting to like focus or something.
Okay. Because of Wanda and Candyman, her first she'd probably like still be ready to shoot if the Nutcracker came at her, but her instinct would be to protect the two kids first.
Understood. Okay, so you're going to sort of take a defensive position, fire if he moves forward. But you're mainly trying. You're sort of almost more like you're just gonna shoot any more projectiles he fires, kind of.
Actually, no. I want to change that. I want to, because there are kids behind me, and because I came here with the mindset that I'm going to destroy Evil Face. I want to run my motorcycle into him and push him against the wall.
Understood. Okay, so you're gonna try to pin him at the motor. You're trying to pin him to the wall.
Or a column, whatever hits first. Just something.
Understood. So in that case, this is all done based on the timing of this stuff. So he sees Grant running. Your motorcycle is faster than Grant. So actually, you will make your first roll. Make a motorcycle roll to try to pin him against the wall. Do you have a motorcycle skill? Did you give yourself one on that? Okay, cool. This will be against his dodge.
I'll tell you, he's not a great dodger. And I rolled 2 negatives, so I'm going to say he absolutely doesn't get out of the way.
I have plus minus. It's a bitch. It's a 3.
A 3. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll but he'll have a negative on this because he did. So basically, he doesn't dodge. He tries to hold himself in, but you do you do a good job of getting your motorcycle into a position where you swing it around and you push it. And because he doesn't get out of the way, he does manage to like dig his feet in, but you are actually able to pin him against the wall. At which point, Grant, he's surprised by that. Grant, you can run up and punch him.
Sure. Can I invoke my aspect of when in doubt, punch it?
Sure. To what purpose?
Just to what I am trying to do here is I basically want to, seeing he's out of wood, I would just like to try to break him so that he has to drop this gun.
Oh, understood. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to invoke your aspect. You're already invoking your aspect just by rushing him. And I don't think there's a negative consequence to you doing that because it's
okay.
You guys are in a fight. So yeah, you can just run up and punch him. But yeah, go for it. What, Lumen?
Not yet. There isn't. I mean.
Yeah, go ahead and make your thing. I'm gonna say he can't even dodge, so he'll just have to sort of take this basically.
Ooh. That is a 1, I think. Let me just double check. Yes.
So an average.
Average, yeah.
So you sort of, I'll actually say Grant. Oh, perfect. Okay, Grant, you run up to him and you do kind of like a fairly weak punch. But I mean, even for you, you're a puncher guy. You punch, and like his like face sort of splinters a little bit, and then the splinters just kind of, and he just looks back at you. That was the first mistake of the last mistake that you will ever make, and I am the next mistake, and you will know I am the chilling sound of your doom.
What?
He is trying to
Nutcracker have spoken like this outside the dream?
You've never encountered the Nutcracker.
Oh, but would they have?
This Nutcracker does, yes. This is how he talks. He doesn't have a mind to have been changed in the astral plane. He just became himself.
That's what I thought.
He is so devoted to his mission. And his mission is he's going to kill you all and bring your corpses back to Santa Claus. Merry Christmas to us all. Okay, Chaa, you were going to throw something at him, so you can do that now.
Yep, I rolled it and got a 5.
A 5. So he goes, that is the last mistake you'll ever. And because he cannot move, you do in fact hit him in the head with a ow. So I will roll his general. Nope, I'm gonna stop rolling those dice for him. No, actually,
please do. Yeah.
I will because there's a more wooden colored one, so I'm gonna roll those for him now. But the point is, you throw something and hit him, and he goes ow. You do actually with a 5. That is going to take some physical stress on him. So in fact, he is going to lose his 3 box with that. So dang, sorry, son. So as you hit him with that, and he kind of looks, and he goes, "Oh hell no." V, since you're sort of doing the most focused thing, you're gonna go last. He is going to simply try to like pick up Lumen's motorcycle, which he's like driving into him, and try to just use his strength to kind of move into a more advantageous position here. That's funny.
Uh-oh.
It is equally improbable, though it's very probable to get a 0. I rolled all 4 blanks. Which is funny. So basically it's a flat thing. Now, his strength is very high, but I will say, V, you can actually resist this with your driving, so make another motorcycle roll.
Oh, you mean Lumen?
Lumen, I'm sorry, yes.
Just like the old times.
There we go.
1 second. Okay. That's a 5.
With a 5, he tries to lift it up, but you, like, drive back down. He goes, "Oh, this is making me really mad now. There's going to be coal in all your stockings. Coal formed from your burning corpses." V, please go ahead and do your split. I'm glad Chaa appreciated that one.
Coal from my burning
it's a
corpse.
3 again.
All right. With a 3, do you want to re-roll it? You could spend a fate point and try again.
No, I'll leave it.
Or, actually, What are your aspects right now?
It's just desperate to be loved.
Desperate to
Saying
be
that
loved.
feels like a personal attack.
Well, it is a personal attack.
It should feel like that because it is that.
Well, in that case, so what you can do when making these things is if you invoke a negative aspect, you can get a +2 bonus to a roll. That would get you to 5. But I would say, in the context of your desperation to be loved here, if you want to split, you can. But you will need to send at least one of your forms seeking Dustin, who you think is probably somehow some element of his down there. And you think that maybe if you save him here, he can be the man you want him to be. If you can save him here, maybe he can be who you need him to be.
How many will I be able to split into?
I'm gonna laugh.
I'll say at this point, just you can make one right now. And I'll even phrase it like this.
You're just gonna send one to find Dustin.
No,
That's all you're gonna do.
No, she's not gonna send one to find Dustin. Or yeah, tell you what, you can make you just got a 5, so I tell you what, you can leave 2 copies behind, but you actually have to go look for him because you don't want him falling in love with a dupe. It's got to be you. It's got to be you. So basically, so you try and you think about this desperation for love, but you push that out of your mind and you are unable to split. Understood. She resists the urge.
But she is surprised by the urge to do that.
Understood.
Do I have like a bonus action or something? Can I like scurry into?
You can kind of be like trying to like kind of like you can take yourself out of the main fray. I will also say that at this point, none of you involved because kind of where just the positioning of the board, it worked out this way. Whisper has now attacked, and just the way it positions, for example. Armament, let's say the Oldling, probably the Pulsing Ghost of Hooketh Hills over there. They're all trying, they're just kind of interacting with Whisper, trying to help her remember who she is. What's that?
Candyman?
Candyman,
where Candyman is.
Good point. Candyman, I specifically was going to have her roll on this to see. Click to her tab.
Wait, what was her original name? I forget now.
Present. Well, her original, her elf name was Cinder Alpha, her workshop name, and she didn't like that. She wanted Present to be her name.
Right.
She rolled a successful blink, so she blinked out of existence when the shot was fired, so you actually don't see her at all. But you know that she can do that. She can blink away to make herself, to escape. So she seems safe right now. So she's not in either fight at present. But the point is, everyone else currently just really working on, let's get Whisper to remember who she is. Jill's over there as well. The kids can handle this murderous thing because they're not really kids. It'll be fine. And the rest of it. So, cool. With that, what's everybody doing in the next round?
I think seeing that the motorcycle is working, if I could help push the spinning motorcycle wheel into the Nutcracker.
I'm into it.
So I could just add some weight to that.
Make a lift roll or a strength roll or whatever you want to call it. In that case.
I'll just call it
so that's what you're gonna do. Saint, you've got your motorcycle, you've pinned him. You see Grant trying to he's gonna reach and try to push your motorcycle forward. Saint, what are you doing? Candyman seems safe. What are you gonna do on your turn?
Shotgun to the face.
Just point blank range? Love it. All right, Chaa, what are you going to do?
Alright. So I actually, because the blink, I always feel like whenever I see the blink, I always want to say something whenever I see a blink. I'm like, shouldn't Teleportia go man, that
very reasonable.
I swear to you.
All right. What skills do you have, Teleportia?
Throw, persuade, apothecary, tracking, perception, dodge, and sneaking.
You may want to add something of, I don't know if it would be remembrance or I don't know what it would be. But, you know what, just roll a perception, I guess.
Okay.
You've been pretty boss at those.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you, well, actually, technically this would happen at the end of the turn. So we'll hold off on this, but you can roll it now. So we have a shotgun to the face, a pushing forward the motorcycle, a Chaa trying to remember some things. V, what are you doing on your turn?
Okay, I will try to split again, but if I don't succeed, then I will take on the negative aspect.
Well,
is the offer still on the table or no?
It is, but you'll have to get to at least a 3. You might not roll high enough to even do it. So go ahead.
Okay.
And you also do have to spend the fate point to invoke the negative aspect, just so you also know.
Okay, fine. Oh, wait.
Well, okay, sure. Go ahead and roll. We'll do the passive ones this time. What'd you roll?
So, I got a 5.
A 5, great. So
Yeah.
V, you are able to split into 3 Vs. And to Chaa, Grant, and Saint, who don't know about this, you suddenly see there's now more Wandas.
Can I say something though?
Really, you shouldn't have rolled this until there's a weird thing here where I want to ask everyone what they're going to do, and then we actually roll them. Because we kind of do it in the order. There's not really initiative like that. But sure, what do you want to say? You know what? Since you were doing the same thing, I'll say it finally worked. What did you want to say?
Okay, sorry. We're the chosen ones.
What?
Wanda
This
was
is...
first.
That doesn't seem to be on brand.
Saint would turn and be like, "Yes, Wanda, we knew that. That's why we're here."
And that's why this.
All right.
I don't think either of us look over. I just imagine Saint and Grant are just both still focusing on the problem.
Yeah.
Trying to murder someone here. Come back when you have
Okay.
new information.
Speaking of the
Slowly
problem,
hold a thumbs up.
Grant, this is actually going to be opposed because of what he's going to do. Oh no. Okay, Saint, you'd probably be able to do what you're doing first because all you're doing is leveling your gun. So Saint, go ahead and take your shot. Your guns. As you level the gun, he goes, "Oh no."
That is gun. That is a 5
All right.
to the face.
I cannot roll with this guy.
That's okay.
All right.
Totally
You-
happy with that.
Let it
that's
happen.
going to be with whatever he sees this, and you basically just blast him in the face, kind of back into the wall. He's like, okay. I am the one who wins. I am not the loser, girly man. So with this, Grant, what you are
A
doing?
second layer of evil. First you try to kill us, then you exhibit sexism. You will be dying soon.
No, sexism is cool based on my time period. It is important to keep rigid definitions of gender roles, girly man, or you are girly girl. Actually, though, that is okay to be. Wait, I'm
I'm gonna throw a
confused.
rock.
I changed my action. I'm throwing a rock. Grant.
Yeah.
Because of what you're trying to do and what he is going to do in response, this is actually going to be the two of you as a contested roll. So you go ahead and make your strength, or what are you calling this?
Yeah, it's just strength.
He does click a 4 physical stress there as you shoot him in the face. I can't believe how bad he rolled. He was going to do something freaking rad in response. Okay, so go ahead and just roll your strength. So basically, Grant, kind of as you do this, you feel Grant getting kind of are you on the side of the bike, or are you getting right behind it? How are you doing this?
I was getting right behind it.
So basically, Grant runs
push
around
from
the back and he's
bumper.
trying to push the car, and you feel him pushing forward, and he goes, "Oh hell no!" Grant, what did you roll?
A 5.
A 5. Okay. In response, if he fails this, it'll just be even funnier. He goes,
This time, you're going to see how cold weather can bite.
He unhinges his massive jaw and clamps it onto the front of your motorcycle.
Fucking nerve.
Now, I have some bad news for everyone involved. I did roll that and
Very
that,
bad.
which actually gets him to an 8. Because his bite is a +5. So, because he's superb at it, because he's the nutcracker. He's here to crack your nuts. So basically, Saint, as you're doing this, Grant's pushing it forward. He unhinges his jaw and loops down and bites the front of your motorcycle off. Grant, you're like pushing and suddenly he destroys your motorcycle. Your motorcycle, and like you and Grant both kind of fall down, and he sort of chews it a couple times.
Chaa, let's go.
That cost me 1 whole fate die. Like, I just...
Yeah.
That's right. I'm the bad guy. But if you ever see another one of me around, he's probably a good guy.
Wait, what?
It's complicated. And then there will be other kinds of me who look like other people. Don't worry about
That's
it.
just the world, man. That's just literally existence.
You're describing being a person. All right, cool. So basically, they've done their stuff. Saint, you have blasted this guy, but he's now destroyed your motorcycle. You kind of like tumble like on half. Grant, you've kind of like been knocked off. V has split into different personas. Chaa, you were going to try to remember something. So go ahead and what did you get on that perception roll?
So I had to re-roll because that first one was a -1.
Okay.
And I got a 5.
You got a 5
the
after
second
spending
roll,
a face
so,
point to re-roll.
Yeah.
All right, then he doesn't need this high on this. Basically, seeing this armament as like getting punched by this like siren or like holding his ears because she's whispering nonsense. He's like, "How are you even scary if you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, Chaa, you do that too. You can do a thing like that, but it's to different places, not just remember, okay?" He's gonna make his reality roll to you. I'm going to spend 1 of his points to re-roll that.
He has to beat her 5.
The 5 means he doesn't need a 7, he only needs a 6, which for his reality, I have a +2, he has a +4, that is a 6. So suddenly, he's like, yeah, Chaa, you're Teleportia, you can flip, and sure enough, you suddenly realize who you really are. Very good.
Oh my god!
You may also change your name if you'd like.
Day of Remembrance.
All right, so with that, so Saint, he has bit your motorcycle in half. Grant, he's kind of like tossed this away. You were trying to do like, like a buzzsaw into him, but he's just like, no, now it's on. What are you guys doing? Saint, Grant, V, and Chaa, as they are trying to. I guess I'll just roll a thing of. Here's his reality to try to make Whisper remember. Nope. -2 on the dice. It's not going well. What's everyone doing this round?
I have a question.
Please.
Is the Superb still grayed out? Like where is that a timed thing? Is that?
Well, the Superb is kind of, I just made this for like general use. But you are interested in the Superb. You're interested in a Superb skill, is what you're telling me?
Potentially. I'm weighing my options at the moment. This man just took away. That was
did.
a quarter of my fate die fortune.
I understand that. I'll tell you
and
what.
I'm not getting it back.
I'll tell you what. In that case, it's gonna come at a hard thing. Mm-hmm. You can spend your last fate point and your last fate dice to gain a Superb skill of your choice, provided, and this is a new aspect you'll get, it is fueled by righteous rage. Oh. And if you want to, you can increase an existing skill to that level.
Will that be like armaments? Will it continue over?
Yes.
Will carry.
It would, I think, in that context. Interesting. Yeah. Be a thing that you would take out of here with you.
So I would come out of this angrier.
You would have a righteous anger, yes. There'd be almost a dark side. But your guns will be +5. You're doing it? All right.
Yeah. Take it.
So basically,
Rage.
as you guys, Grant, as you're kind of like stumbling to get back up as this thing's coming for you, you see Lumen's gun getting bigger and scarier and more just like 90s. So Lumen, what are you going to do?
Well, sorry. So is the superb skill something that is just taking one of the ones I have?
You can put a different one in if you'd rather.
Okay.
You could upgrade your guns, or you could put something else in. Tell you what, while you think about that, what is everyone else doing this round?
Well, my plan was to run up and try to finish unhinging his jaw from his head.
Okay, fair enough. You can definitely do that. V?
Do I observe him trying to do that, or is this not
yes, you have a sense of what everyone else is going to try to do. What do you want to do? There are three of you.
Just to be clear, I don't have to send myself to go find Dustin because I made the roll, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Coward.
I will send the two bunny feets over to help Grant.
Okay. Oh, you're going to kind of help Grant, like try to muscle this guy. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that. Chaa, what are you going to do?
I'll basically be going like, oh, I understand the chosen ones, but and then I'll throw probably another rock at the guy while
I remember who I am. Anyway,
I remember.
Throw an old rock. All right, go ahead and so you're gonna throw a rock, and then Saint Lumen, what is your new skill? And is it what you're using? I'm assuming it is, and I'm assuming it's gonna be Grim. Are you muted?
Yes, I was. Sorry. I think.
I thought that was just very.
I thought you were like. I thought you were just thinking.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, no. I think what I want to do is I want to have. No, not actually. Yeah, I'm glad it was muted because I'm going to actually rephrase it. I want and I always mix up what it's called with something else. I want the giant spiky ball on a stick.
A
Mace?
flail?
Like a mace or a morning star?
Yeah, but like a really big one.
Understood. Like a Judge Dredd version of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's on the end of your gun. It's like you can swing your gun and do that with it. It's like a bayonet, except it's a
Can it just be like a button I can retract it then or something? Because I don't know how I'd shoot through the gun.
The 90s is how. It's hollow in the middle. It has a barrel going through it. Go ahead.
Okay, Okay.
Okay, so you're going to hit him with your new thing. It's like,
Where do you get these wonderful toys? 80s and 90s movies references. Here we go.
Okay, so Grant is going to try to attack. V's going to try to hold the guy down. V's probably a little faster than Grant, so we'll say, okay. V, you're running. Chaa, you'll actually go first. Roll your throw. A 3. You throw the rock, but this time with his jaw open, he catches the rock in his jaw and breaks it and says,
That's what I think of your dreams!
all right, V, you're gonna run over and try to help, so you can please make 2, like strength rolls, like grappling rolls.
Okay, can I be average at that?
You can be any open slot you have. That's what he said. I don't know what that meant.
Okay, that is a 0 and also 0.
So basically, you try to fight, but this thing is just too powerful. And he's like, I'm not even concerned with you. I would destroy you all and then destroy the target. Grant, go ahead and you can do your try to unhinge his jaw.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So that'll be a 6.
All right. He has a +5, and I rolled +3. So as you try to pull his jaw down, he is going to instead say, "Ha ha ha! Nice try!" and snap it on your fingers. So Grant, you are going to take 2 points of physical stress. So what you'll want to do is click your physical stress box that is 2.
Okay.
So what happens is the next time you would take 2 physical stress, if you were to take 1 physical stress, you click the 1. But if something else were going to make you take 2, you have to click 3 because your 2 is gone. Once you're out of all those, then you have to go to the consequences where they last.
Gotcha.
Is the idea.
And
all right.
I will just, as he's gripping there, in frustration, and now, see, I literally have one thing I can do. And I keep failing at it.
Go ahead and make V. You're there with him.
Okay.
V, why don't you roll a vibes check trying to get him to remember?
Okay. Oh no. That is a -1.
Do you have a fate point? You want to try that again?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that is a 5.
A 5. Okay, a 5's pretty good. Grant. Mm-hmm. You have nerdery. What anything that would make sense for this for you?
Save strength, nerdery, running, lookout, punching, eavesdrop, dodge. Those are what I have currently.
Give yourself. I'm gonna let you give yourself a. God, what would the skill for moping, like feeling sorry for yourself?
Oh,
what would that
angst.
Skill? Yeah,
oh,
give yourself just like a chip on your shoulder skill, basically, and at whatever level you'd like, and go ahead and roll that.
I'm gonna be good at that.
Okay, and you are going to need a 6 on this.
Okay. Spend a fate point to reroll that.
Okay. You're probably running low on those at this point.
I got 1 left.
Okay.
I have 0 faint points, in case anyone's keeping track.
Oh,
Just 0.
boy.
What do we
We
got?
also have a gun.
And she had a motorcycle. That's kind of sad.
I guess we have 4. It's 3 blanks and a plus.
Okay.
I still had payments on that motorcycle.
I have a +4 to my angst.
A 4 on your angst. So because she rolled a 5, you only needed a 6. Which means... if you would like a new negative aspect that will carry over, seeing a lot of these going on now, you can gain a... If you have an idea for one, you could suggest it, but otherwise I have a couple of ideas of a thing that could help in this angst-filled moment of, which would basically be this. Things should be going better for me. I'm not getting a fair shake. I deserve better. The world has not been fair to Findon. People say stuff that's not fair about me. They blame me for things. Everyone here's blaming me for stuff. Basically, I'm just trying to turn up the volume on you and Armin.
Yeah. You 100% are, and I can see it.
So you can take that as a permanent thing, or you can just have failed it here in response to this.
I'll fail.
You'll fail. Okay, gotcha. So you
just
you
remain
have
Grant.
a glimmer of something, but you can't quite remember. And he sort of laughs and says, "Ha ha ha." Now Lumen, are you running at him with your new?
Like currently,
He's in the thing. I mean, you could pull them out and be like, whatever. He's. I don't even want to hold on to you. You're so pathetic. Lumen,
Yeah.
are you?
Mace to the face, yes.
Okay. He is going to, feeling you are like the big threat, he's going to be basically kind of like fighting back. So basically you guys are doing opposed +5 attacks at each other, and whoever wins is going to inflict the damage here. This is just like and this is also, like, these are not really D&D rounds. This will be like a few swipes by both of you, whatever. So.
Uh-oh. Is that bad for us or you?
What do you got?
Got a 7.
You got a 7, huh?
You got a 7.
Well, what he rolled with his fucking +5, he rolled a 3, because I rolled 2 negatives and 1 positive. So he tries to catch the ball in his mouth, and he like does for a moment, like, but then you drive it back through. That means he is going to take a moderate consequence, which in this case is going to be kind of what Grant was trying to do earlier. You sort of break the jaw.
Good.
And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a really bad problem. Oh no. No. And no, what will make me pay for my repairs? No. How dare you?
Okay. That's bad. I was really hoping him to roll higher and have like a really cool cool. Okay, what would you guys like to do in this next round?
So his jaw is cracked now?
Yeah, he can't use his jaw right now. So his superb is gone.
Did we see what created the cyclone of snow? Or
It was a missile he fired that Saint blew up in the sky.
does he have any weapons? Does he have
He
that?
does have a big gun, yeah.
Okay. I would like the 2 bunny feets to try to take the weapon.
Okay, make more grapple rolls.
Okay.
But don't make them yet. Grant, what are you doing?
I am gonna take some steps back and assess.
Understood. Chaa, what are you going to do?
Tried and true. Throw a rock.
I love the idea that it's like, I'm gonna throw rocks. I remember who I am. Anyway, throw another rock. Saint Dread. Saint Morningstar. What are you gonna do here?
I want to do everything I can to murder this thing in front of me.
So with your that.
Whatever means, yes.
All right.
I mean, if I could, I could switch between gunshot and mace every turn, just until he's fucking dead.
Honestly, I'm gonna say
of splinters.
I'm gonna say because of your
in front of
mace.
me.
Well, we'll get to if you succeed here. So Chaa, you get to go first. You can throw your rock. 2. He kind of like that sort of bounces off of him. His sort of basic like he's like no what. But V, you were trying to rip it away. So V, go ahead and roll your grapples to try to pull his gun away.
A 3 and
A 3 beats him. A 3 beats him. He has a +4 and I rolled a -2. That's dumb, is what that is. It's just stupid.
Sucks when you got one skill and it doesn't pan out for you, right?
For real. So basically, V, you reach up and you rip his gun out of his hands. He's so stunned by what's going on, which means, Lumen, what his action was going to be, which was to try to shoot you, is not available to him. So you can take a shot on him and it will just be against his dodge, which isn't good. Go ahead. I'm spending a DM fate point to reroll that.
Stop.
Worse.
What am I rolling specifically? Sorry.
You are rolling. Make your Morningstar attack. 5. Cool. He rolled a 0.
Good.
So what you just do to him? Now get this. Okay, so I've checked his 3, his 4. I've checked his moderate, which means even though this isn't severe,
I'm going to check off his death.
he has to check his severe box. So basically, and Saint Lumen, like what you're doing is you like swing the ball into him, and then like you shoot inside him a couple times, and then like shoot over. You just.
I really wish he weren't made of wood because I want to be covered in his blood, but that's not a thing.
Well, you're covered in sawdust.
That's not the same. It's fine.
And as he's sort of fighting here, as this is happening, he's like,
He's like, oh, I get the feeling that you are judge, jury, and if necessary, executioner.
He drops to his knees and says,
I have failed in my mission. There is only one thing for me to do now. Is there any lava you can lower me into? Any molten metal? No.
We're
Very
not
well.
familiar with this place.
That's fine.
Sorry.
he sort of like pulls open a stomach panel, and you see a bunch of snowflake-like buttons. He begins to key his self-destruct sequence, and then he gives a thumbs up. Grant, what is your your introspective turn here? What are you doing?
Oh, I was more just gonna kind of like look around everywhere and try to process what it is that I can do here to try to be useful. Since there's two separate sort of groups fighting, nothing I'm doing over here is working.
The other fight, they're sure. Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm just taking in the area. That's basically it, and seeing if there's any way, even just the smallest glimmer of which I could be something functional and useful.
Sure. Make a perception roll. If you roll low here and the answer, and you think the answer is no, that's really sad.
3. 3.
I will say, you do see that this thing seems to be like creating some kind of like dangerous burst. Like explosions have happened. So you may think you want to like warn your friends to get away from him, even though Lumen's probably not going to go away. She wants to finish him off. She's going to beat him.
This is Saint. We are full-blown Saint. Lumen
Sure.
is
There
gone.
is no Lumen. Lumen does not exist. There is only Saint. Understood. So Grant, so you see that Saint is probably going to try to stay here and just continue destroying this thing, but he's about to do something destructive to everyone else. That is what you sort of see. It seems like Armament. So a reality check. Ooh, that was a -3. Armament, that being said, Armament is trying to make someone else remember something. Now, you don't have much perspective, but you could go over and there's this siren who's like, no, that's not, you don't understand what so you could try to help with that if you want to.
That seems like dumb adult stuff.
That's because it is. It's just grown-up stuff. All right, final round then. As you see all of that, kind of take that in. What do you guys want to do? Chaa, go to you first.
No!
Okay.
It's no longer being tried and true. It's not doing anything.
It isn't doing anything! This thing sucks. This controller's broken. All right, so Chaa, what are you gonna do?
I think I would see Grant's frustration and potentially try to ease and potentially try to make him remember also.
Great. Okay. Why don't you use which of your skills do you think would be the most helpful for that?
Persuade.
Yeah, do it. Make it so you'll do a persuade. So Grant, Chaa is like beginning to talk to you. So if you want to for your turn, you can sort of simply try to like remember who you are and all that goodness. V, what are you going to do?
Since one of the bunny feets has the gun,
yeah.
I want to aim it at the corpse, but say, I think we have to get out of here. And start backing away and trying to find cover. And like real V and the other bunny foot will try to find shelter.
You guys are going to try to so basically you're going to flee, understood. So you will run. Chaa is going to try to help Grant. Grant, are you going to accept Shaa's help or are you going to do something else?
I am going to do something else.
Wonderful. What are you going to do?
I'm going to ignore the multiple Wanda bunny feats for the time being. I am going to run and clear out the people as best I can on the way. That might mean throwing Saint aside. And I'm basically going to try to, on his knees, basically just cover him like a grenade.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to throw Saint clear on the way.
Okay. I'm letting her know that her internet died, obviously.
Yeah. She's going to resist me. 100%.
All right. She may be coming back on. Okay, so you're gonna do that. Okay, so V, you run away, no problem required. Chaa, you start trying to persuade Grant of who he is. What was your persuade roll?
It was a 4, but it's all good. It's all good.
You're
It's
like,
fine.
he doesn't even listen. Oh, here she goes.
This is fine, but that's also fair.
He just doesn't even listen. He's too busy. He's too busy just like moving aside. Hello. So, all right. In that case, so V gets out, he goes over. Saint, hi. Grant, you're all good. Grant is going to try to like physically pull you away. He's going to try to like push you away from this explosion. Do you let him push you away?
Oh, is it clear there's going to be an explosion?
There seems like there's going to be some kind of explosion, yes.
Yes, Saint would move. Wouldn't fight.
You'll move, okay.
Well, yeah,
So,
she would fight Grant moving her if she knows there's an explosion, yeah.
okay, so Grant moves you. He sort of pushes you away. No roll required there. But then Grant jumps onto the Nutcracker to try to take the blow. Armament, half seeing this out of his eyes, like, Grant, you idiot, what are you doing? God, you're ruining this. Is the fucking problem. So he's pushing you aside. Do you want to sort of, are you still going with it? Do you want to try to, like, do anything in response to that, or are you...
Well, she would try and not let him do that if she could, but I don't know that she could.
I would say that because she's so focused, she probably didn't realize that's what he was up to. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then in that case, he pushes you aside, and then you see Grant jump on the thing. All right. So, with that, he looks at you and says, God, I really wish Liv was here. He looks at you and says, Frosta la vista, baby.
Liv will be hearing about this.
I mean, it also is clearly for Teleportia, but yeah. That's bad because I rolled a lot of pluses. You've damaged him, so he's not going to be doing his full damage here. But Grant, the frost bomb does go off. And you are looking at 6 points.
Okay.
Now, what you can do is you can split this up between consequences and physical stress however you'd like. There, you can basically do spillover.
I see.
So you can take a mild physical stress and then click your 4 box. Or...
that I think is what I will do.
Understood. So I will say your mild consequence... it's not going to be too much of a thing because you guys are basically all remembering and you're going to get back to your bodies and it's fine, but we'll say
not the way I'm going.
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, so click on for 4 and give yourself a mild consequence. Your mild consequence is going to be frostbite. But as he sort of blows up in this thing, but nobody else has to make any dodges or try to avoid any of that. Grant takes the whole burst. And with that, he is gone. Frost kind of swirling around the air. Chaa was like, and then there's part of you, Teleportia, that's like, okay, well, I mean, he's acting like Findon. But at this point, sort of like having seen your foe destroyed, Saint, what would you like to do?
Well, if the wooden guy is dead and if Saint can, still turn her head and see that her dad is fighting something, Saint's gonna go and...
All right, so...
Is the fight close-knit, or is it like distance fighting?
That fight Let's roll one more time. That fight, basically, after the explosion, as you look over, now this strange siren thing is going, oh my god, it's so weird. Yeah, I'm trying to, okay. I was a siren the whole time. It's crazy. Okay, there's 3 of them, so that's Little Miss Yapper. I get it. Okay, fine. And basically it seems like she's remembered who she is.
Oh, so they're not fighting?
They're no longer fighting. And Armament goes, great. Is that, you guys took care of that? Or No Pause says, you guys got that? It's all good? Figured it out? Took that out?
Yeah.
Grant is Grant is do I still have to talk like that?
No.
Grant is frozen.
He'll be fine.
Partially.
Well, okay, well, he's
fine. I don't know how anything works here.
Listen, V, there's more important stuff. Tatiana Temple is about to get the Power Eldritch. We're in the past. Do you remember what we're doing?
Yes, I think so.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you. You're just acting kind of Findon like right now. It's fine. We've got to
but if
okay,
he's
look.
hurt, we don't have him.
Well, then he walks over to you, sort of, Grant. Grant, can you stand?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. No problem.
Why did you do that? What was the point of that?
Don't be mad at him. He was trying to save us.
Oh my god.
Protect the other people.
I mean, Dad. But what?
It's fine.
Doing
Did I call you Daddy?
It's not a time to joke around right now, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm not Dustin Howell. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Lumen, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say that Saint would be, if there's no more fight, then Saint would do medicine stuff on Grant as much as she could.
Both of you go ahead and make that. That's fine. Go ahead and do some medicine rolls. Go for it. Give him some cough drops.
Well then, while they're administering, I'll say what I was gonna say to Saint before all this happened. It's just like, Saint, I don't know what's going on, but Armament was the devil, Jill, and the ghost were talking to each other, and they were talking to Armament, and now he's confusing other people, and weird stuff is starting to happen, and I have no idea what's going on in here. But this place seems very bad, and we need to be careful.
We don't have time to heal him right now. We have to get down there. She's down there now. Guys, look, okay, Teleportia, you know what's going on. V, you know what's going on. Who doesn't know what's going on? Grant and Saint?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna make you guys remember, okay? He's looking really intense. He goes, Saint, you first.
I know exactly what's going on. We're here to vanquish evil. There's nothing to remember.
Honestly, that might be more useful.
As a chosen one, you get more context. And more abilities once you discover your true self and power. Like, I
know my true self power. I am the light that is going to vanquish all evil in this realm.
There's even more to it, Lumen.
You are the light, that's
and
true.
I thought there would be more to it than that.
He doesn't get a bonus, he's got to get a +7 on this, but he's basically, as you're talking about light, he's kind of grabbing you and saying, you're the light, you are the light. But he does not convince you. He looks at Grant and he's like, we don't have time for this. Come on, guys, we gotta go now. The fight's just beginning. Come on. He's like, come on, top flight, let's go. We gotta get our timeline back. And he looks at Grant one last time and goes, nothing's gonna stop us this time. And he rushes into the castle. I'm playing Armament probably different from Dan did. Sorry, Dan. Going a little far with this, but it's dramatic.
It just happened. It just awoken him. I'll get to. I'm okay. We can go, but I'm worried about what he'll do if we should keep up with him. Same.
I'll be keeping my eye on him. Saint kind of believes that Dad's been possessed by evil, so she has to keep an eye on him anyways. So
couldn't be better.
You will just like look at Teleportia and be like, should we do anything? Should we say anything?
Even if Grant has been sneaking the alcohol, there's no need to not stop to heal him. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, we...
So, with all of that going on, as now everyone in the party basically sort of, Candy shows up and it's like, what I miss? With everyone in the party either knowing who they are or being we've achieved a plurality and majority at this point. That is where we'll end tonight's issue, as you guys rush down into the castle to face, for the first time, Tatiana Temple herself. Nothing, her guardians have been dispatched, and now nothing remains but the woman herself.
Ooh.
That is where we'll end tonight's session. Thank you everybody for watching us. KJ, thanks for hanging in on a lower connection there and all that fun stuff. I want to mention super fun stuff here. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. We have other fun shows on Tuesday night. Tomorrow at 7:30 we have Grey in the Dark, our noir game. On Friday we have Blood from a Stone, 7:30. Last week we had a solo session featuring Sarah Quill, as we are back in Merkshire. Did she survive that solo session? Is she right about if she survived it or not? Many questions.
She sure did.
Well, no spoilers. We don't spoil it for people who haven't watched it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We just tease it.
Sorry. Who knows?
And so that's fun stuff. And then on Sunday we have Here Be Dragons, which is actually our dragons have maybe completed something, and maybe they're at a point of inflection here. We'll sort of see what happens to those dragons, but interesting stuff from last week. Or from last night rather. Please, thank you so much. You can follow our channel. You can also subscribe to us. You get a free subscription if you link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. All that fun stuff. You do have to renew that every month, so please do that either for us or someone. Don't just let Amazon sit on the money, because Amazon has plenty. And also follow us on all of our social media, at Long Lost Lore on Twitter and TikTok, at Long Lost Lore RPG on Instagram. Follow all of our amazing players on their About pages. Here, go to the About page. You can see everything they're up to. Anything else, gang?
No, I think that's it.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna ponder what it's like to go fight Tatiana Temple next week.
Oh my god, it's so
as a fucking 14-year-old.
Oh my god, it's so sad. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. This has been a super fun session here. We're really enjoying kind of these waning issues of Templeflight as we're really getting to the dramatic conclusion. I appreciate everyone watching. Until next time, have a temple night. And a very temple day too, darling. Bye-bye.